Marcio Fonseca joins me now, CEO and President of Goldplay Exploration. Marcio, welcome.
Thank you, James, for having me here.
You bet. Marcio, you've intercepted some interesting drill results, 204.6 grams per ton gold at San Marcial. Tell me about the San Marcial project. How did you acquire it? What's the history of it? And where's it going?
Yeah, we acquired from a company named SSR Mining. It's a 3-year option. We are the year number 2 now. And we are far ahead of the schedule of the exploration commitments. We have spent a lot of money already there. The property came with 52 holes, and we did a new resource. And we increased the resource by 57% from the previous resource. It's a high-grade silver open pit, potentially high-margin project. And on top of that, we realized that not only the resource is attractive, but we have discovered 8 new targets outside of the resource. Just to give a very brief idea, the resource is on a 500 meters strike length. And now we know that the mineralization continues probably close to 6 kilometers.
Oh, wow.
With some sort of old workings and geochemical targets. So that is making us very excited about we can expand the resource. And we are proving that with the brand new result that we got from the drill hole.
Sure, so what does the resource look like at this point?
The resource is 47 million ounces of silver equivalent, 42 probably silver. It's in a specific zone. That's a breccia, it's wide, 15, 20 meters wide on surface. As I said, continues on 500 meters. Grades of 200, 300, even 500 grams per ton silver on the surface.
Really?
And interesting that this property has been drilled really shallow. We are going to drill deep as well, going to the underground works and put some drill rigs there, because we got evidence that there's continuity of the ore body down deep. And the results that are public domain showed us that we have probably 1-2 meters at up to 1 kilo of silver going down. That's the silver resource.
So does the breccia sort of layout give you some indication that this might be leading to a large porphyry?
We believe that we are probably on the edges because we keep exploring. Again, it's important to say that we are the first company to explore this property after 10 years. This property has been pretty much sitting in the portfolio of another company that was the previous owner, and SSR Mining for 10 years. No drill holes, no geochemical exploration, no geological mapping. So we have 5 geologists there, and they are working all the time on the field with prospectors. That's why we believe there's more than just a silver resource. And now we are proving that we have a gold potential as well.
Wow. So you've got all the funding you need to drill 5,000 meters?
For the first phase, that's 1,000 meters, we have the funding. But we've been very wise in how to deploy the capital. We got some agreements with the drilling company for the first phase to pay in shares.
Very cool.
And then the second phase, we're going to use part of our money. But since you released the news about the drill hole number 1, and we have got more phone calls and more people interested to be part of Goldplay.
Yeah, no doubt. That's interesting. I've been looking for early stage stuff because, you know, as I think everybody can agree, there's a gold and silver market coming thanks to our friends at the central banks. In this area of Mexico, is there historical mining? Are there existing mines close by?
Historical, and there's an open pit mine that's about to shut down nearby. So it's a historical district, 250 years of mining there. The name of the district is Rosario. It's so important that companies such as Fresnillo is the largest silver producer. They control positions there, which we have a portfolio very next to their portfolio. First Majestic has an exploration property named Plomosas. That's only 5 kilometers from San Marcial. So it's a very active mining industry with small-scale mining operations from Mexican families and Mexican operators. So we are not really in a remote area, good infrastructure, which is very important to define a feasible mining project. So that gives a lot of really positive aspects for the development of the company of San Marcial.
Sure. That's incredible. The Mexican government is obviously, or Mexico rather, is a really mining-friendly jurisdiction, historical mining in the area. What do you see as 6 kilometers of strike, that's remarkably large, even by Mexican standards.
That's really remarkable for the point of view that the geology, the rocks, are showing evidence that you might find mineralization there. We have not found a deposit yet, but we have a lot of smoke, which can give us indications to go and place more trenches, do more drilling, and try to define some new targets.
Right. So the potential to hit a large deposit is quite promising, I guess, given these results.
Yeah, and we have enough area to explore, and we are not limited by the boundaries of any concession. So the targets are pretty much in the center of the concession, so that gives a lot of space to grow and explore.
What is the geological setting of the region?
The region is predominantly a volcanic belt with a lot of volcanic rocks, and it's classic for low sulfidation epithermal deposits. And we are finding more and more evidence of some new discoveries that we have breccias and quartz vein that both are related to the typical epithermal deposits. The resources in a breccia is a hydrothermal breccia, but we have just another discovery that's another target that was released probably a couple of months ago. We got a trench of 24 meters on surface at 2 grams per ton of gold on a target that has a strike length of 500 meters.
Wow.
And inside that trench, you got 5 meters at 4 grams per ton in a quartz vein. So we are drilling that as well too.
Okay, so you've got gold, you've got silver. It's an embarrassment of riches over here. Are you finding that the environment for the receptivity of investors now towards early stage drilling programs like this is improving as a result of the rising price of gold?
Yes, I've seen a material increase in the phone calls and people trying to understand what's Goldplay. And when they realize that Goldplay have both components, have a resource development stage asset and 250 square kilometers of concessions.
Wow, that's interesting. Yeah. So you guys have gold, you have silver. What is the program for the rest of 2019?
We are going to be drilling, doing the surface exploration, as well more trenches because they are cost effective. We have a team of close to 20 field workers that have GPS, they can go to the field, and they are ex-prospectors in the area. So together with the 5 geologists, we are going to do a lot of this surface exploration, drill 1,000, 2,000 meters this first phase, adding more, potentially 3,000 the first quarter next year.
And what does your drilling costs look like?
On average, if I'm going to apply on average here, it's probably $150 all included.
Right.
Per meter, yeah.
Okay, and you don't have trouble with narco traffickers?
The area is famous because it's very well known by the media that Sinaloa are all the usual suspects, right? I don't need to name them. I've been doing business in Mexico for more than 12 years, and I can say that I have seen a material improvement in the conditions. But of course, the narco industry is part of the whole environment. But we have never experienced anything that could damage the operations for this company there.
Okay, Marcio, that's a great introduction to the company. We're going to follow along your gold exploration, your silver exploration with interest. Thanks for joining me today.
Thank you very much.
Only one, two, three.